Hi guys, Dinner Lady here. Right, so it's Monday evening now. I don't think you'll see this until Wednesday, so it's my turn to cook. And I'm going to be making homemade chicken Kiev with some beef dripping chips and some coleslaw. So I'll bring you down and I'll show you the ingredients. Right, so I have 2 chicken breasts there. And I have some unsalted butter, which is at room temperature. Took that out of the fridge to bring that up. I've got 1 egg. Obviously some parsley, some garlic to go with for the garlic butter, some plain flour, the egg and breadcrumbs to bind. And I actually bought these today because we hardly ever have frozen chips. But my son and daughter-in-law was telling us about the beef dripping chips you can get from Herons. Unfortunately, when I went to Herons today, they didn't have any. So I just got these from Iceland instead. And we're just going to have some coleslaw with it. So let's get on. We'll do the garlic butter first. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to peel a couple of cloves of garlic. That looks a little bit funny, so I'm not going to use that one. Get 1 and 2. Right. Just get this bit off. Now if you don't want to smell of garlic, what you can do is take this core out, and that's what makes your breath smell, apparently, what I've heard. See, sometimes you get it if the garlic's old, then that's green in there. I wonder if that's when it is. I don't know. But if anybody out there knows if that's true, just let us know. Right. But the neutraliser for garlic breath anyway is parsley, and that's also what's going in this garlic butter. Oh, again, that's looking a little bit... I only bought this the other day. But you never know until you open it up, do you? It's not so bad. Cut that off. Get rid of the core. There we go. It's all done. I'm just going to move that to one side. I'm going to chop it up just slightly, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my pestle and mortar for this, which is just here. The best way to grind that is with a little bit of salt. We'll be putting salt in it anyway, so, and just I do think you get a bit of a better flavour like this. That's already nearly coming down to a paste. So what I'm going to do now is get my parsley. And the same as the other day, don't mind a few stalks, but the big thick stalks we don't want. Let's get rid of them. You want plenty of garlic and plenty of parsley in your butter, so don't be shy. Thing is there's times where I've actually put Parmesan cheese in with this mix as well, and that is delicious. But then again, anything that's got cheese in for me, that goes straight in the pestle and mortar. With the garlic and the salt, and we'll just pound this down. Oh, not running away. Right, so I'm just going to pound this for about 3-4 minutes. You don't want to be bored watching us do that. So I'll bring you back once this is all done. Right guys, so I've got 50 grams of butter which is softened in there, and we have the stuff out of the pestle and mortar. Let's get it all off there first. And I want all this good stuff I'm in here. Sorry for the scraping, but it is abrasive. That's how you get, that's how it pounds it down. Over there to get washed. And then we'll just mix this up. A bit more salt. And we want a bit of pepper. Make it flavourful. So that's 2 cloves of garlic, 50 grams of butter, and just a handful of parsley. You could use basil, you could use coriander, it's whatever herb you want to do. Obviously not dried herbs. Chicken and tarragon's nice, you could put a bit of tarragon in there. Right, it's only a small quantity anyway guys, because it is only just 2 chicken breasts for me and Ian. Now this goes, oops, sorry, into here. Oh, have it in a bit of a cylinder shape like that, perfect. Do you know, I keep using tea towels and putting them down. I don't know where on earth I put them. Alright, so we'll just put that over there like that. And twist. Twist one way, twist the other. It gets tighter and tighter. Tighter. There we go. You can even just do it like that. There we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in the freezer for about 15 minutes, and then we'll come back and get on with the chicken. Right, so I am going to now deal with the chicken breasts. This is my new meat board, by the way. So I'm just going to take off little bits of fat. Take off this. There's a few nasties on there that I really don't want. Well, they're not nasty, they're just bits of the chicken, isn't it? But I'll get that nicely cleaned up. Right, so what I like to do is when you think about it, this end of the chicken is a lot thicker than that end. So I'm just going to cut that off. Make sure I'll keep that there. That can be breaded separately, but I don't think this one has one on. I'm just going to move that over. Get rid of this bit here. A little bit there. So again, once you're cooking this and you've got the garlic butter in, this end's going to cook a lot slower than this end. So basically, again, so we've got 2 end bits like that. Got 2 bits now, which are much more evenly spread out. So what we're going to do is get one knife and try not to pierce it. Just go straight down. As far as you can, turn your knife over. So I think I'm down to about there. Yep, that'll do for that one. We'll get this one. I would keep your knife as straight as you possibly can, like that. Go in the middle, straight down to as far as you want to go. Right, I'm down to there. Just wiggle your knife that way. Once it's in, you can turn your knife around or just take it out and go that way. Just, there we go.
Right, so if you give me 2 seconds, because I'm not very prepared, I didn't get the garlic butter out of the freezer, so I'm just going to go and get that now, and I'll come back to you. Right, as you can see, that looks a little bit different than what it did before, because I realised that it actually made it too thick and too small, because it needs to go into here. So I took it straight back out and forgot to put the camera on, and just made it a little bit thinner. So what I'm going to do here, just take that off there and cut that in half. Roughly, one's going to have a little bit more than the other, but who's counting? I might need to make a slightly bigger hole here and here, just sort of go through. And then what we'll do is we'll, doesn't look good, does it? Actually, I think I've still made it a bit too fat. That's better. Put that straight in. Actually, I think half of it's going to be enough. Right. So then what you do is you take your end bit and you plug that in like that. And then now it's pretty even. Let's pop that on the plate. I'm going to do this other one. A little bit bigger hole. Pop this bit in. Straight in there. It starts to melt up a little bit off the warmth of your hands. Straight in there. And what we'll do is we'll plug it again with this bit. Just push that in. Come on, you know you want to do it. Push that, maybe you haven't pushed that in very, that's better. Hey. I know this will probably be grossing a lot of people out, but hey, worth it in the end, I do. Here we go. So, and what I'm going to do is, it's had chicken juices on, I am going to rewrap it, and I will freeze it again, but I will only use it for raw chicken. So the next time I make a Kiev, that's going to be in the freezer, ready to be used. I'm going to quickly wash my hands. Right, what I'm going to do is put them on a smaller plate, like so. And I'm going to get them in the fridge and keep them nice and cold. Ian doesn't finish till about 7:15, 7:20, so I don't really want to start them just yet. I'm going to put them in the fridge so then they can just rest a little bit after being manhandled, and then we'll get on with the coating. Right, so I've got the little oven preheating. I have my chicken here that's just come out of the fridge. So what I'm going to do is, I hope you can see this, I'm a little bit limited for space. I'm just going to put that in flour. I've got some oil warming up in my frying pan here. Then into the egg. Same as what I've done before. Make sure that's covered. Get rid of the excess and into the breadcrumbs. Just going to do part 1 and part 2 again. And I can move them out of the way. Make sure the ends are covered. Make sure everywhere's covered on it. Into the egg. Into the ends as well. And then into the breadcrumbs. So I'm just going to move these two out of the way for a moment. We'll be using them again. We'll bring that in and cover these from breadcrumbs. This one, actually, do you know what it is? I've moved the egg and I want the egg again. Make sure ends covered, especially the end that's got your butter in, and back into the egg. Want a good coating on this. We don't want any of that garlic butter to come out. Back in there. There we go. In there. Make sure these are properly coated. We want a good seal on these. And the ends, like I say, make sure it's got a good seal on. And this one. Just lots of breadcrumbs there. And the end. I am going to shallow fry these just to start them off, and then I'm going to finish them off in the little oven. Got one side of it on 180 to continue cooking these, and I'm going to do the chips on the other side at 220. There we go. Just going to quickly wash my hands. Just going to move that out of the way. And what I'll do is I'll just move yous across, and then we'll get frying these. Right, so I'm just going to check this oil. I've had it on quite high, and then I turned it down because it seemed to be getting a bit too hot. Going to the edges because this is the small one, and it's 8. At the right temperature now. Get what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Just going to get the chicken Kievs. Put them in there. And that little fillet that we had left over, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to coat that, and then that'll be just a little bit extra. Should have had that, maybe that had that oil a little bit warmer than what it is. But hey ho, there's nothing I can do about that now. It's coming up there, it's starting to sizzle. Hey, starting to sizzle now, look. Right, so I'm just going to brown this on both sides, and then we'll get it into the little oven to finish off the cooking. Right, so these are nicely browned, so I'm just going to transfer them to here to put them in the new little oven to finish off the cooking. Oh, there we go. Straight in there. Come along. And that's them in there for about another 15 minutes. I've been having it preheated
Winner.
Right, so while this is still warm, I'm going to put the little chicken fillet in there and cook that from there. So we'll just cook this up, it'll just be a little bit of an extra. Right, chicken Kiev, a few beef dripping chips. I'll use that, I'll give that little fillet to Ian and some coleslaw. So I think it's down to Ian now.
Taste testing time. Okay, so I'm going to cut this down the middle. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, that's what you want, isn't it? The oozing garlic butter.
Oh my god. That smells amazing. That smells amazing. So, I'm going to try a bit. It's going to be hot like, but I'm going to try and get a bit the crunch of the batter and the chicken with the garlic.
Just shirt.
I know. I'm going to lean over this way.
Dripping off there. Oh, that couldn't be any better. Thank you. Well, that was a big mouthful for being so hot.
Asbestos mouth. Wow, that's good. That is so good. That garlic butter. Wow.
You can dip your chips in that, can't you?
That is really nice. There's a bit of the crunch. You can hear that crunch. Try one of these chips. Oh, getting spoiled here like. I know they're shop bought chips, but
which we normally don't have, but it was just a bit of a treat.
that's lovely. Absolutely.
And
light
chapeau
crunch.
coleslaw.
Well, the coleslaw, nice. It gives you a contrast. Nice bit of crunch there with a. I'm going to have a little bit of this. But look at that. You can see how much. Whoa. Yummy. Come to beddy. After the disappointment of last night.
Oh God, don't even go there.
This is going to cheer me up. Chicken's lovely and moist. Nice crunchy batter. You've got the crunch, nice moist chicken and the garlic butter in the middle.
What more can you ask for?
Beef dripping chips
Yes.
and coleslaw. Win-win, I'm in heaven. So I'm going to finish that off in a second. So again, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, commenting. Keep them coming. Any requests, we'll do our utmost to do it.
Yes, definitely. If it's a winter dish, we've got a list that we've got put to one side for a winter dish. So if we're not doing it straight away, don't feel like we haven't acknowledged you.
Yeah.
It's just we don't really want to have it while it's warm. So just bear with us, we will get there in the end.
Although it's a bit grey, it's still warm.
Yes,
It is
it's
warm,
been very warm today.
Humid, so yeah. So once again, we'll catch you very soon, guys. Thanks for watching. So we'll say good night for now, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.